Excuse me. Hi. Wait, talk to me. I love you. Excuse me. Hi.
Hi. Sorry.
What's your name?
Why?
I'm in like with you. Who are you?
I know, I'm waiting for Uber. Sorry.
Why do you hate me?
Okay, so what are your thoughts on your opens in these?
They're not grabbing their attention really. Their focus isn't. I guess my tonality could be better.
Mm-hmm. Do you seem committed to the interaction at all? No, right? You're almost like, in a way, like aloofness is good, but you're almost like too aloof. It's like, hi, I'm here. I expect you to like me, so do something cool now, right? It's a lot. That's asking a lot of a stranger who doesn't really know you, right? You have to engage. You have to actually commit to the conversation yourself a little bit. Because if you're not committed to, if you're initiating it and you're not committed, why should she be, right? So basically, in both these cases, the girls are walking by and you're just like, hi, what's up? So, as they walk by, you didn't do enough to engage them. The other girl, she's kind of on her phone Ubering or whatever, and you're like, instead of like, okay, she stopped at the light, you're, shit. Yeah. You're, sorry, yeah, I'll get in front on the camera, but you're like from here to here, right? And you refuse to just take a step to open her. Like, hey, what's up? I'm here, I sound bored. I'm in a quiet voice. Please engage. What, you didn't engage? What, you don't like me? Right? It's a little bit weird. Instead, you're just like, hey, what's up? Hi, nice to meet you, right? Just make that little bit of extra effort, both with your physical movement, but also with your voice, right? Especially with the voice.
More proximity, like square
up? Just commit, right? Whatever that means to you. It can mean getting closer. It can mean more voice. It can mean if she walks past you, turning and walking with. It can mean different things, but commit to the interaction. Make a decision. This conversation is going to start. They may or may not like you after that. It may or may not go for a long period of time, whatever. You're not going to like give all your power away along those lines, but make a commitment to start the conversation. I say assume the burden. Assume the burden of the conversation. In the same way that like at the start of a lot of his sets, he kind of rambles, just keeps talking. Be willing to do that. Be willing to go and put a little bit of energy in and talk for 5 to 10 seconds, right? And after that, if she doesn't like you, or you can adjust to whatever, but understand that she's a stranger. She doesn't know who you are yet. She doesn't have an incentive to talk to you until you give her one. So at the very start on a cold approach, you do have to assume that burden, right? So you're kind of just like, you're not doing enough.
Excuse me. Hi.
Hey, you're just trying to pick up another girl, bro.
I'm getting to know people. I went to I don't know girls. Wait, talk to me.
Also, to be fair, with like the fact that you are quiet and aloof, it almost seems like you're clowning on them a little bit. So it's like, I'm not committed and I'm kind of clowning on you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I feel that vibe, yeah.
Yeah. So for you, like go committed and genuine. Just get into the interaction on like a normal, friendly level. And then all the like breaking rapport stuff and teasing and self-deprecation, all that kind of stuff, all that gamey stuff, let that occur once you've opened. First, just open and then let the game come out afterwards. Because you're kind of like opening super gamey, right? It's kind of weird because in a perfect world, like perfect game should look like you're not trying at all, right? It should look like they're just trying for you. You're sitting back, you're aloof, you don't give a fuck. The problem is you're approaching. So by the very nature of approaching, that's not true, right? But you're trying to approach in such a way that that's still true. It's just not going to work. You have to just kind of commit and say, I'm going to start the conversation and that's that. And then from there, I'll be a little aloof and dismissive and gamey and that kind of stuff. Right? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. So like the perfect example would be like, open the way he opens, like blah, 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 blah. Like, and then for you, once you're in set, be a little more aloof and a little more dickish like him. Okay?
You should like fuse.
Exactly. So open, super fucking friendly, and just commit to the interaction and just assume the burden. And like offer your own value instead of asking questions.
Yeah, it's definitely,
right?
You know.
But then once you're in, for you guys, it's okay to be polarizing and offensive because he's a little bit rude, right? And that's okay once you're in a decent interaction already. But it doesn't work as the opener, usually. Like in a club situation where they're planted and have to stay, it might work. But in a day game situation where they're walking, not gonna work.
Excuse me.
See, this is better right there, actually. And actually, to be fair, just keep skipping while you talk to her. Why not? Right? You're at least bringing energy to the conversation. But that already I don't even know what you're gonna say here, but just the fact that you skipped up, I already like it more. Because you're already like putting personality into it, you're already putting energy into things instead of just being so aloof.
Me. Hi.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Oh look, she stopped. Look at that, you put in some energy and she stops and engages. All right, much, much better. I would have actually kept walking too, because you kind of stopped at some point and stopped giving the energy. I would have actually gone a little further with it. But yeah, much better. Put a little bit of energy in and see how much better the result is.
What's your name? Mucho gusto.
Nice.
I'm nervous.
Okay.
I just skipped to come talk to you.
Did you?
Yeah.
Aw,
I'm very
that's so
active.
sweet. Okay.
What are you up to right now?
I'm actually going home from work.
You look really young. Do you go to school? You go to...
I'm actually.
Oh, nice. You're so smart.
Thanks.
That's why I love you. I'm still in school. I'm too old though.
How old are you?
See, much better. See, now all the gaming stuff works once you engage. And it didn't take much. You didn't even like skip all the way up to her, just that little bit of energy. That little bit of actually getting close and providing just a tiny little bit of engagement, right? All of a sudden it pops, right? And now you're being somewhat friendly, but you're also being gamey, and the gaminess works because she's engaged. But being gamey when she's not engaged, useless.
Yes. Oh wow. Yeah, you got it.
Awesome.
Are you psychic?
No, I'm not.
Can you read my mind?
I can't.
Yeah, I'm just out here. I was looking for a job, and I haven't been out here since I was 18.
Okay.
I used to go to...
Okay.
Yeah. What'd you study in school?
I studied.
Oh, okay, I'm...
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but I'm actually studying...
Okay.
It's not very sexy or glamorous. It's something that's practical I can see myself doing.
Okay.
Do you play sports?
I used to be in.
Used to.
Yeah, in high
Used
school.
to is like the saddest words ever.
Yeah, not anymore.
See, this is good. You're engaging, you're flirting, you're getting to know her. I actually really, really like this, right? Yeah, this is really, really good. And this is, again, example for you of ask the question and then having a judgment. Do you play sports? I used to. Used to is like the saddest word. That's like the format that you should be doing, right? So that's good. So you're actually a really good example of how to add the gamey elements to what these guys are doing.
Work too much. Yeah.
I used to be a fat kid growing up.
Did you? Me too. Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was. Really
I was
fat.
pretty chunky. But now because of that, like health and nutrition became like pretty important to me. I want to be hot when I'm old.
Okay. Same.
So you don't work out anymore?
I work out.
Okay,
yeah.
good. Do you drink soda?
No.
Okay, good. I love you then. I love you then. I hate soda. I almost blew up on my mom because she tried to give my nephew soda.
Okay.
No.
How old's your nephew?
It's like one.
Okay. That's cool.
Where are you from?
I'm from. Well,
Yeah, I'm too.
from.
Okay, cool. So where should this go now?
Yeah, so that's my sticking point. I'm just kind of like, be funny, be cool, say stuff. I love you, I hate you.
So that's all good. Now what? What's the next step?
Qualified? Yeah.
Qualify is good, but here's the other thing, right? What is, if this set were to go perfectly, where would it end? It's a really, really easy answer to that.
I know, but I wasn't attracted to her. I wasn't putting the energy in.
Okay, fair enough. Well, ignore that for a second. Ignore that for a second. If this set were to go perfectly from here, where would it end? Assuming she's hot.
Yeah, the bedroom.
Right, in your bed. Okay, so now what would be the next plausible steps to getting her there? What are likely steps that would be along that route?
Definitely gotta figure out logistics.
Yeah. What's she doing right now? Well, you know she's just left work, but you don't know what she's doing right now, really. You know what she just did, right? So find that out. And think about instant date if you can. If not, phone number and bridge it to something else, right? So be thinking of those kind of things. The qualification thing, absolutely. But if there's a chance to sit down and have like an interaction where you're not having to keep her there the whole time, that's gonna be better. So if you have a chance to sit down, a chance to take her for a coffee or a drink, or a chance to get her somewhere, that's gonna be better. So that's what you should be thinking in the back of your head. The qualifying thing is good, although you're already doing that. Yeah. Right? You already are doing that, so you're fine there, right? Everything in terms of content is great. You're just kind of standing there and not moving in any direction in terms of like logistical escalation. Okay, because there's different ways. You can escalate physically, touching her, escalate verbally, which is what you're doing by flirting. You can escalate logistically by moving her around. You're escalating physically a little bit, you hugged her a couple times. Escalating verbally, plenty, that's all good. Escalating logistically, 0, right? So that'd be the next channel on which to start moving things.
Agreed, yeah.
Okay, so then you know where.
Yeah, not as much fake tits and real assholes. And
Nice. That's cool. But I'm actually gonna get going. Well, we got
I thought we're in like with each other.
Oh, I'm sorry. I actually have a boyfriend.
Why do you hate me?
I don't hate you. You were awesome to meet.
All right.
I've never had anyone actually come up to me before. That's awesome.
Okay.
That
I'm
was
glad
so awesome.
I could add some significance to your life.
No, yeah, I've never had that happen before. That was awesome. Do it again. To like.
Yeah, maybe because I'm trying to lose my virginity. So, yeah.
Do it.
God told me tonight.
Okay, cool. Well, hopefully you
Maybe
find
some cute
someone.
boys too. I don't know.
I mean, if that's what's your boat. But awesome. Well, you have a good night. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thanks for coming up to me.
That was good. He's just clowning, but it's funny. Super, super funny. One little thing, when she said, hey, I'm about to go or whatever, rather than taking that as an immediate negative, I would have just taken it as like a condition of the situation and just tried to close without being like, why do you hate me? Or I thought we were in like, don't get hurt about it until it's a for sure negative. Mm-hmm. Your immediate assumption about anything should be that it's positive because you're so awesome, you're used to positive, right? Because you have this thing where you're very like aloof and unreactive, and as soon as you get any negative, you just snap and become really like dickish, right? But the first little negative thing, just roll with it. Don't snap so fast. That makes sense? Because her leaving, I mean, granted, she probably does have a boyfriend or whatever, but her leaving the way she was leaving was not negative. It was just like, I legitimately have to go. And why did she have to go, by the way? It's because you weren't taking it anywhere. She's like, I'm enjoying this, but it's not going anywhere, so I guess I'll go, right? But I would have, and if she was like, I'm leaving, like, oh, yeah, that's cool. It was really nice talking to you. What's your number? Instead of, what? I thought we were in like, right? Don't get butthurt until it's like necessary. And
Yeah,
it's basically never necessary. Yeah.
I say that sarcastically too, but they don't pick up on it. Might as well.
Yeah. It just comes off that way because it's, okay, so here's the funny thing. Sarcastic or aloof or like neggy type stuff is all great, but when it's in response to a negative from them, it's automatically going to appear butthurt, right? So if you're like, you're lame, right? If you just walked up to a girl like, girl, you're lame, that'd be like kind of funny and flirting, right? But if the girl goes like, fuck off, and you go, you're lame, now it looks butthurt. Yeah, even though it's the exact same tonality, exact same thing, right? So when it's in reaction to I gotta go, and you're like, well, I thought we were in like, right? Whereas if it was on a positive, where if she hugged, be like, oh, what's that hug? I thought we were in like, right? On a positive, it's flirtatious. On a negative, it's butthurt.
Okay, yeah, definitely, I see that now.
Excuse me. Yes. Hi.
Hi.
You were cute. I just had to talk to you.
Thank you. You're so sweet. I'm like literally just coming in and then like trying to get out. I'm supposed to meet some friends right now.
Okay.
So it's like,
You look really young.
oh, really?
Yeah. How old are you?
Yeah.
23. Oh wow. Nice. People think I'm a lot younger than I look too.
Really? And how old are you?
Yes. No. I'm
Huh?
Good genes though. Thank your mama.
Thank you. I know. You're so funny. What's your name again?
Oh my God, you forgot my name?
Yeah, no, that really, because you threw me off a little bit with what you're
I'm
saying.
breaking up with you.
Oh, that quick? You're so funny.
I'm inspired by the fashion of Cristiano Ronaldo.
Okay. Nice. I could see the little resemblance a little bit with the hair and the cut.
Do you exercise or play sports?
I do. I'm a huge fitness enthusiast.
Oh, nice. Me too. I used to be really chubby when I was younger.
Really?
Yeah, so like now it's just like a really big part of my life, like health and fitness.
Yeah, no, I used to
I want to be hot when I'm old.
Yeah, I think you're heading that way, so I think you'll have no problem. Yeah, so, but it's a pleasure meeting you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm nervous.
And why?
I have no idea because a bunch of people right here.
Yeah, no, I mean, it happens, but your friends over there, I mean, where are you guys from? Where are you guys from?
Oh, I'm from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's less fake tits and real assholes, but it's still a materialistic world.
I know.
What do you do? Do you work or you go to school?
Yeah, I'm actually in.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's a sacrifice. That's what we gotta do.
It is, I know.
In middle school, I wanted to be a gangster rapper.
Really?
Yeah.
And were you really good?
No, I sucked, but I wanted to marry.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
In case I get shot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious. These are the funniest things. Okay, so you're genuinely funny. And so, okay. So what's keeping her here? She kind of like is I'm in, I'm out, not super into whatever, but she's drawn in by the fact that you are very amusing. and the polarizing statements are definitely getting there, right? What I would do in this case, because she's kind of like, she's half committed, right? What I would do in this case is I would actually get like, on a high note, get legitimately like genuine and focused, okay? Because she's enjoying the banter, but she kind of feels like, oh, what's the point? This isn't going anywhere. Does that make sense? Because you haven't really put yourself in the category of, this is like, I expect this to go somewhere. You kind of look like, your vibe here is kind of like, I'm enjoying fooling around and messing around, but I don't really feel this is gonna go somewhere. That's how it feels and kind of looks, right?
Yeah, it's like that because I don't know where I'm taking it. I'm trying to just like kind of be funny and entertaining, vibing.
Right.
And,
so again, where should you be taking it? You should be taking it towards meeting up with, like, she's meeting friends or whatever, right? So you should be taking it towards meeting up with her and having it be like a legitimate thing, right? And so right now, how does she view you? Because of the way you're portraying yourself, because you're being kind of cute, but you're being like self-deprecating cute, and you're being like, oh, I'm nervous, this kind of stuff. She views you as like an attractive little kid, to be fair.
Yeah, no,
okay?
That's totally right.
Like, cause she's, in her mind, in her reality, she thinks like, oh, I want a guy my age or older probably, or like similar to my age, etc. Now that does not mean that it's 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, whatever the fuck, right? It doesn't mean you can't, but you need to convey that you are worldly compared to her, or that you're a leader, right? Because because in her head, it's like I'm enjoying this, but there's like, I call it a category restriction, right? It's like she's not viewing you in the category of lover boyfriend because you haven't firmly put yourself in that category, right? And how can you firmly put yourself in that category? By leading, by being more dominant in the interaction, by being more confident, or by leveling and indicating that that's your intention. Any of those would work. But right now you're kind of like, oh, that cute boy came and hit on me today. It was very flattering, but just not inside my reality of dating, right? And the fact of the matter is age doesn't matter, okay? Age legitimately is just a number. I've dated girls way the fuck older than me and way the fuck younger than me, okay? And on both ends, there's that like category restriction in their head, right? A lot of 18-year-olds are thinking, I wouldn't date a 33-year-old, but I fuck them and date them, right? When I was 23, a lot of like girls in their like upper 30s would think like, oh, I wouldn't date a guy that age, but I did, right? But the reason was I put myself firmly in the right category, right? There was no like, oh, it's kind of cute that this kid's hitting on. It's like, no, hey, girl, we're gonna do this, right? Like I really fucking believe it, right? It's not like, oh, or like the whole thing where you're like, oh, I'm nervous because people are around, right? That's sort of like the little kid is like, oh, the grown-ups are here, I better not get out of line. No, you're the fucking man. They're around, fuck them, who cares? What you're doing wrong? No. What you're doing is right. If one of these people objected to you talking to her, would you be like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you? Be like, I'm talking, you have a problem with that? Cool, thanks. Right? Now, not like in a dickish way, but the point is like, you need to be firm in what you're doing, right? I'm talking to this girl because she's in my category and this is gonna go somewhere. Not I'm talking to this girl because I'm fooling around and practicing. Right? As long as you're in that like I'm a kid fooling around practicing vibe, you're not gonna get taken seriously by like older women or women who have like serious confidence. As long as you're like, as soon as you step up and you're like, hey, I'm here, this is who I am, that's when they're gonna start treating you real, right? And that's the big deal here is she's like, this is cute, this is fun, but not yet, not sure, not for sure. Hang on a second, what is this? Hang on a second. So does that make sense? Right? Yeah. You need to have like, A, have a clear game plan, and B, have clear belief in it. Belief in yourself. Right? Every time you walk up to a girl, you should have it in your mind, this could be sex. Like, would you like fucking that girl?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, she looks hot, right? I'd fuck her.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, right? You should go up not thinking, oh, I'm gonna practice. Oh, I'm gonna try some lines and stuff. You should be thinking, I wanna get laid. I'm gonna fuck this bitch. I'm gonna give her the dick like she's never had it, right? That's how you should be thinking, actually, okay? You need to be like real and dangerous in that sense. Does that make sense? You need to be a real possibility. Because right now she's flattered. She thinks it's cute. She thinks it's funny. She thinks you're hilarious. And she thinks you're cute. But she doesn't think that you really mean it. Because you kind of don't, to be fair.
You're right. It's like the interview. It's like, probably let me tell you what, I'm just practicing because like, kind of don't think I can pull.
Mm-hmm. You can if you believe it. If you believe it, you can. But you need to start leading and taking those steps. Okay? Cool. We'll look at just a little bit more of this, but.
Did you save me?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, good.
That's what I do. That's what I do. I tried too many ways.
Do you like guys with six packs?
You know, yeah.
Oh, you're shallow.
Yeah.
I hate you now.
No, I'm just saying, yeah. I mean, but I actually, that's why it took a little bit for me to relax because it really doesn't matter to me. But yeah.
Yeah, nice rewording.
Yeah, no, of course. That's what you know how you kind of look to the right or the left. You're thinking about something. So I can't say
Do you
no.
drink soda?
I do not.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I drink a lot of water with alcohol.
I love you again.
Alkalized water. The best. pH balance 9.0.
Yeah, I've heard about that. I gotta get into it.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool. I got back from...
Aquafina. Yeah. Are you?
I'm...
Oh yeah, mixed baby.
Yeah, totally mixed.
Same here.
Yeah, really? What are you?
I'm a. Yeah, I made it up.
Yeah. Nice.
I'm a new breed in this shit.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a first.
My mom's.
Oh, nice. I know a friend that...
Oh, okay. Yeah, make it up. That's cute.
No, she really is. Yeah, I did make it up though. She's Jewish. She's half Arab and then Asian, Chinese.
Yeah, it's the future. We're the future, and
I
then
know.
pretty soon all the people that are like one ethnicity are just gonna be in their country.
But no, it was a pleasure. I mean, I hope to...
Should I be taking a hint then?
No.
Did you give me a hint?
No, yeah, but
Okay.
and
Mucho gusto. Estoy aprendiendo.
Estás haciendo muy
Yeah,
bien.
sí. Gracias.
I would love to take your number down, but I'm currently seeing somebody else.
Oh, okay. Of course. I know. All
And
right,
it's
well.
just so funny that I just met him too.
Darn. We could have been hitting off. I thought we were in like with each other. Should we go home and start cutting myself?
No. No, God forbid. No, but yeah, I would. But you're a very handsome guy.
Oh.
And I'm sure you're going to find a really hot girl.
Yeah, I'm trying to lose my virginity
Beautiful.
tonight.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm trying to lose my virginity tonight.
Well, may God be with you.
No, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. I love
be
you.
safe. Okay, bye.
It's like you're using her as a push-pull sounding board. You're like, I'm gonna try out my push-pulls and see what works, and I'm just gonna test them out. But there's no purpose to it all, right? Like, where was that supposed to go? Right? Do you like guys with six packs? Yes. Oh, never mind, you're shallow, right? Which basically you self-deprecated and said you didn't have a six pack, number one, which was pointless. And secondly, like you're like, what are you looking for in a guy? Oh, well, I'm not that. Or well, oh, you're wrong, right? You want to be indicating you are the guy she wants. And so indicate things that you are and lead her in that direction instead of just like, right, instead of just randomly spitting stuff out, right? So yeah, so your game right now, there's a lot of good elements. There are a lot of good elements in the sense that you understand, you know how to flirt, you do push-pull well, you're comfortable with breaking rapport, you're comfortable with like that kind of stuff. So you're flirtatious and cute and that's good. And you're also like, you have enough confidence to try shit. So that's all really, really positive. But what's missing from you is like that real purposefulness, okay? I want you to like get horny a little bit and then at the start of the interaction, like commit to the set. And during the set, commit like, I want this to go somewhere. This isn't just practice, this is for real. It's for real. Now it still is practice, right? You still are gonna learn from it, you still are gonna get all the lessons from it, but practice as though it's for real. Practice as though, did you play sports at all or anything like that growing up?
Yeah.
Okay, practice as though it's the actual game, right? Don't half-ass it in practice. Don't just give yourself the excuse, oh, it's just practice, it doesn't matter. Practice fucking hard, right? Go hard. Go out and actually try and get laid, and then at the end, go learn your lessons from it and like pick up the pieces and figure out what to do the next time. But actually commit to the sets. Because this girl like potentially really could like you. She likes your vibe, she likes what you're saying, but she's just not quite taking you seriously because you're not taking yourself completely seriously. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool, cool, cool.